Hey guys, welcome back. My name is lukemick, and this is my review for The November Man. So The November Man is the new movie starring Pierce Brosnan. It's a spy movie, it's an agent movie, it's a thriller, it's an action movie. It also stars Bracey, who plays his old sort of apprentice. This guy was training under Pierce Brosnan, but as we see in the opening scene of this movie, something goes wrong with their partnership and they go their separate ways. And then 5 years later they meet up again, and it starts this kind of battle because they're both against each other and they're kind of friends, they used to be, and it starts this whole thing, and it's a very messy, sloppy movie, but it was kind of entertaining. So basically what this movie is trying to do is kind of throw Pierce Brosnan back in the water a little bit. They're trying to kind of turn him into James Bond again. Not saying he's gonna like reprise the role of 007, that'd just be bonkers and ridiculous, and I would hate that, but they're just trying to kind of make him an action star again, and he's, I think, 60 years old now, so he's kind of getting up there, and basically the script doesn't really give them much to work with, and I almost kicked a bunch of Legos down. Basically, this movie is just really goofy. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It's really convoluted. It's kind of hard to follow. The story is something that I just really couldn't invest myself in. I didn't really care about it, and there was this thing with his daughter, Pierce Brosnan's daughter, towards the end of the movie. They just kind of threw it in there like, oh yeah, he has a daughter and we're gonna capture her and use her as a way to get what we want. That's what the bad guys are doing. I mean, this movie is really just pretty dumb, but I was entertained by it. You know, Pierce Brosnan had a bunch of really funny lines that were incredibly cheesy and just stupid, but they were fun to laugh at, and there were some action scenes that actually got really kind of violent at times. There was a lot of blood in this movie, and I don't think it was being too violent or anything. I thought it was realistic violence, maybe a little too much blood. It might not be really realistic, but it was entertaining. But like I said, the script for this movie, it has a lot of weird things in it. It doesn't make a lot of sense a lot of the time. The story is really confusing. The characters aren't really that investable, and I couldn't really find myself caring about many of them. Basically, what I liked about this movie was Pierce Brosnan, because I thought he did a pretty decent job, even though he wasn't given a lot to work with. And I kind of liked the rivalry between the Pierce Brosnan's character and his old apprentice. That's what I cared about in this movie, was to see how that whole entire predicament would unfold. But everything else in this movie was just a sloppy mess, and it didn't make any sense, and I really just didn't care about it whatsoever. And I guess they're really trying to push a sequel for The November Man, and I honestly wouldn't mind watching it. It's just that this movie itself is really only good for maybe 1 or 2 watches. I maybe, if I ever have like a thousand hours in my, I don't know, if I had all the time in the world, maybe I'd watch The November Man again. It was kind of an entertaining go around the first time, but it really is not a good movie, and I don't think many people would really enjoy it, but I'm going to give it 2.5 out of 5 stars. So this is lukemick signing off. Please subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later.